fine, but it was just in the recording in itself. Why?
Oh my god!
I don't know why it zoomed in there.
Wow.
Did
you push something?
No. Well, I downloaded. I reinstalled all the drivers for my game capture and everything, and I was like, oh, there's a 4K utility so that I can record in 4K. I'm like, might as well download that too. So I did that, and I don't know why it does this, but
I hope it does that during the podcast.
It just zooms in.
Shit.
So, let's get things started. Welcome to another episode of the Entertaining Stupid Podcast. My name is Buddy Jayson, and my friends coming along with me today are...
Sylvan!
And Rheal.
I've been having technical difficulties all day with my setup. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Sometimes the camera zooms in, sometimes it doesn't. My audio seems to be cutting in and out too. So hopefully, fingers crossed, things are gonna be okay for this one. The last one there, Matty was like super quiet, and I'm not really quite sure what the hell happened. So how was y'all's week?
Good. Yeah, that too.
You weren't outside.
I had to go out, to my truck to go home.
Slut.
Well, today's actually quite beautiful and warm outside, so it's a good time to take advantage of that if we were outdoorsy people, but clearly we're not because it's the afternoon and we're all sitting in our little homes here. So I had a very strange conversation with a girl at the place I work at. We were just chatting about, and I guess she was going on about sort of her checklist for things she looks for in a guy while dating. One of the things that she mentioned was that she doesn't like if the guy is using, or is using the right word, porn, while they're dating, and it got me thinking.
Appreciating
porn.
Appreciating porn.
You're getting real fancy there. So it got me thinking. What constitutes as porn then? I didn't want to ask her that question because I felt like at
That's
work,
HR nightmare.
Yeah, and I've had like 4 or 5 conversations with HR now, and I don't want to be in that office again, and I thought I'd come to you guys and ask, what do you think constitutes as porn? Like I get the regular stuff that people typically use, videos and whatnot of people getting railed or whatever. But what else counts as? Would you guys think it counts as porn?
Like that is a big umbrella because when you started when you gave us the topic, I started thinking about it. I'm like, okay, well there's cartoon porn, like art. There is like literotica, I guess, like erotic literature, which would be considered. It's like less of pornographic imagery, but the substance of it is most definitely filth.
Porno.
Yeah, smut.
And then there's what is the term? The people take like fan fiction. That's the one. That fucking every main cult following for anything popular, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, it all has just absolute filth at its core.
In the fan fiction?
Oh yeah. In any of that.
Well,
Or
that would be under the literature erotica as well.
yeah, but
It's any written porn.
like, is that porn though? Like, would you have to tag it not safe for work? Like, say like Jayson at work is reading Harry Potter fan fiction, and his boss comes in and just reads over his shoulder about Ron Weasley getting railed. That's going to cause a problem with HR.
But I mean, how often is someone reading over your shoulder and seeing what you read?
But that's the thing. Like, if they did, that would be a nightmare for HR again. Is that the point where something is porn? Is if you will get in trouble at work?
Also, I think how much you can kind of hide it, quote unquote. Like if you had the book, the fan fiction, but like it doesn't have the raunchy picture cover. If it's just the title on the cover and it's not a dirty title, it's just like Harry Potter meets Weasley in an alley.
That alludes to pornography just with the title.
Didn't say I was a writer. But so in that case, fuck, I don't know. Because it's using your imagination. It's obviously trying to get you in the mood. No pictures. Huh.
But I mean, like, obviously it has like a very popular following for it to continue to be made.
I think maybe the difference I would use on that is people aren't reading the book and spanking it while reading.
They could.
So they're not.
Though.
They could be, but I think for the majority of them, they're reading it and they're getting excited and all that. But it's like they read the book, and then that's it, and then they move on to something else.
So is it intent then?
That's the thing is I think with a lot of this stuff that we're going to be talking about, intent plays a big factor. It's like, are you actively spanking it while engaged with the content? And what was the purpose originally of reading it or watching it?
See, but like the whole thing with intent, a lot of things that are not pornographic in that sense become pornographic. Like, say you really love Jesus and you're spanking it in church. Is the church pornography?
Wow, that was interesting turn.
That was a.
I was going to use.
I mean, go to extreme. I was going to
use feet pics as an example.
Well, yeah, but like that's a common one.
Yeah.
Go for shock value.
Okay. Now, if you're really into Jesus, and you just,
but I mean,
do you like fetishize like when you
that's the thing,
the body of Christ?
The nun costume has been fetishized. Like the sexy nun is a thing. That is a very common thing. Does that mean nuns are pornography?
No. Have you seen some of those nuns?
But like that's the thing. If your intent makes it pornographic, is that thing pornographic?
Shit, you're right. Because yeah, for some people the intent is there, but the majority of others it might not be.
Yeah.
So,
if you're walking through a Walmart, fucking walking through the shoe section, and you got a shoe sniffing fetish, are shoes pornography?
Right.
Like that's
so it's not only just a case per case basis with intent, it almost is case by case, person by person.
Yeah. It
becomes extremely specific.
And then like it also is like if you like say you have a shoe smelling thing, like from The Simpsons is the first thing I think of. They don't allow him on the third floor anymore. Is it like how much society looks down on it? Or is it like that guy just sniffed a shoe, that's really weird, but I'm gonna continue with my day and he's going to go on with his? Or is it like that is inappropriate, I'm going to go talk to a manager, he's a pervert?
Now this kind of goes back to my philosophy of you do you as long as you're not messing with somebody else. So sniffing a shoe, you're technically not hurting anyone. You're weird, that's for sure.
You are getting some kind of sexual gratification out of it.
Maybe
it's pornography.
It's just how creepy you are about it. Like if you're just like real suave and you pick up a shoe and you're like, yes.
It's like it's some kind of fine wine.
Swirl it around a little bit.
Fruity boutique.
You have a boot with you that's kind of your palate cleanser.
So like working at like a bowling alley is their dream job, right?
Oh God. Oh God. But like even like say like it is like the not safe for work. If you can't do it at work, then you consider it pornography. It also would in that case would depend on where you work. In an office setting like with Jayson, that's a serious no-go. Where I work, I could literally have tits on my phone. Just, hey, check these out. No one would care.
So that just begs the question of the not safe for work.
Yeah.
I would assume most places are not like a construction site.
But still.
Okay. So let's go and like list down some like the visual stuff and whether or not we think it's porn or not. So like the videos, I think all three of us agree that that's porn,
Yeah.
right. Nudes. How do you guys feel about that? Porn?
I would consider nudity pornography.
Yeah, pretty much any nudity. Unless you try and claim that artistic shit, which
But
I don't know
even
how that applies.
that'd be a hard argument to sell.
Okay. So like you see nips, you see vagina, what you see ass or whatever. Like that's porn. What if it's like those risque photos or whatever, where it's like the lingerie or like posing with a towel or something like that.
If it can be on Instagram without violating terms of service, it's probably not porn.
That's the government standard. Because, yeah, I don't know. Because it's you're looking at it for the excitement and the interest, but you're not actively spanking it while looking at it.
Yeah,
usually,
it'd be like the the super sexy fireman's calendar.
that's what I was thinking. Like, I was thinking if you were in an office with a bunch of guys and there's a couple girls or whatever, and the one guy has the Playboy model where it's just like lingerie and whatever, the girl would probably be like, "Oh, why do you have that?" But then if it's the girls' work office and they have the fireman's calendar up, it's like, does anyone really care? I don't know. Maybe.
Possibly.
But is it porn?
Is it porn?
Like, because no nudity modeling, like even back in the 90s, the Sears catalog was not considered pornography.
But for a lot of kids,
but for a lot of young men, it definitely was.
It's the best we could do. Damn it.
Maybe,
does it depend on access?
Maybe what this the girl at work was trying to get to is masturbating. Maybe that's what she was.
Well, if you would stop masturbating at work, Jayson.
It's tough sometimes, man. Like something about Excel spreadsheets just really turned me on. But maybe that's what she was getting at more, as opposed to just actual using porn. It's just if she's in a relationship with somebody, maybe she feels that they should be jerking it off by themselves. They could have sex instead or something.
And that's definitely a thing I think a relationship should tackle early on, and at least kind of set some boundaries and guide points. Because like we were saying before, it's like it's intent and it's a case-by-case basis, person-by-person basis. So you have to get both the people in the relationship to be like, all right, where do you sit on this line? What are you considering?
I mean, in a relationship, like a lot of times, one partner is going to have a much higher sex drive than another. So one partner may not want to have sex a whole lot, the other one might, and then that person just gets sexually frustrated.
Yeah.
If they have no outlet.
And it's like, you could be like, oh, let's just jerk off. And you're like, yeah, but you need something to look at.
If that person has like a porn addiction where they can't get it up without it, that's a problem. But I don't think just casual porn use is a bad thing.
Or I was thinking, if the, like, I'm going to use the girl, whatever, in the situation. So it's just like, if the girl kind of does have a problem with it, and she's like, well, I don't want you looking at other girls naked or whatever and porn, just be like, okay, get me some nudes of you, and I'll use that, I guess. Would be one option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if
but then there's like,
if she's like, don't use other other girls or something like that, then she has to provide an alternative, I guess. It's either that or you're you're spanking it to like 2 rocks in your backyard that kind of look like tits or something like that.
I'm telling you, erotic literature.
Dude,
The
honest
best
to
of
God,
both worlds.
have you ever read any?
No. You think I can read?
Fuck.
I
will say I played.
I just remember like watching some videos of like some guys like reading like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, Game Grumps?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fucking redonk extreme though. No, I was gonna say some of the visual novels where they get into that territory, and honest to God, I can't stop laughing. It's the funniest shit. Like the rest of visual novels not hilarious or funny at all, but it gets to those like sex scenes, and it's just so funny. Like, oh my God, I don't know how you make that interesting in written work.
Okay, now if you say if let's say hypothetically you're dating a girl who's got this stipulation, does that need to be reciprocated by her as well? Would you feel that that's necessary?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like if the girl goes up to you and says you can't,
Watch porn
or masturbate or something like that, will you require her to follow the same set of rules?
Yes. Because if you're gonna limit me,
then fuck you. I'm doing it to you.
yeah, like it's partial spite, partial like you must have a reason you don't like. Say if the reason is I don't want you looking at other girls, and I'm like, well, I don't want you looking at other guys then. Like if you're gonna be that way, maybe that's just spite.
I think it's just like a sense of like hypocrisy, right? Like
yeah, it would be really hypocritical if she says you can't do it, but I can.
Right. Yeah. So that doesn't make sense. I think whoever is the more tame or reserved person, you kind of like I guess both meet their boundary or their limits.
That's just a conversation you need to have when having a relationship.
Yeah. Okay. Now. Oh, what was I gonna ask again? Oh yeah, like what if it's like weird cartoon stuff you're into, like furry shit? Like, does a teddy bear all of a sudden, like, if that turns you on, like, is that?
You gotta get a check on life at that point, man.
Yeah, that's like what I was saying about the porn addiction. Like that is a thing that's probably going to strain your relationship a little bit, unless she is also into that, in which case you do you. But for most people, it's probably going to be a little bit of a point of friction.
Again, I think it depends on how, like, not how obvious they are about it, how, like, if it's creepy or weird, but if you can be normal about it, I guess. Like, I guess kind of what I'm thinking is, say you had the teddy bear attraction or some bullshit like that. And it's like, I think you can separate things from real life or the everyday life versus when you want to be in a sexual manner. So it's like you can walk through Walmart and see a teddy bear and be like, yeah, whatever, this is just normal. And then when you're in the mood and doing your thing and then you see a teddy bear, you're like, oh yeah, this is it.
So you're saying like fetishize it, but only at the point where like you actually are going to.
Yeah, you don't want to be walking through the Build-A-Bear with a heart on.
But like after a while, that line would blur, and just seeing a teddy bear would instill that sense of sexual attraction.
I don't think so, because
if you're a healthy individual, I think you can draw boundaries. But
yeah.
If you're not a healthy individual, those boundaries disappear, and then you're walking through a Build-A-Bear workshop with a heart on or something like that.
Yeah, but if you're attracted to teddy bears, I don't think you're a healthy individual.
No, or like, okay, let's go back to the shoe smelling thing, where it's like, I think there are people who have that fetish, like that's a thing. And I don't think they walk into every building and they see a shoe rack and they're like, "Oh my god, I need to."
Gotta do it.
Because otherwise, they just they wouldn't function in life. They just get them.
I remember it was a while ago. I remember reading no, it was a video. I think it was on TLC or something like that, where this girl thought she had believed she had a relationship with like a 747 or something like that.
Fuck.
And she paid some hanger to allow her to spend a couple of hours of just like embracing this plane. Like,
that is a very sick individual, and they need help.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, but in that situation, I bet she was in love with the one plane. So if she saw other planes,
It's 747 and nothing. Get that biplane shit out of here.
yo, man, his identification number is 2345.
Virgin biplane, Chad 747.
Fuck. Propeller or nothing, baby.
Oh, fuck.
So, oh no, like there's obviously some very fucked up individuals in the
it's
world.
like those people that like fall in love and get married to like fucking ghost ships and stuff like that out at sea.
What?
Yeah, there was
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to elaborate.
Oh man, if I can find this there was this lady.
Can we just?
Yeah. So
Yeah, you were searching for ghost ship.
Yeah, I was searching for this ghost ship because I gotta read you this
ASL looking for ghost ship. Interested in ghost ship.
Must be at least 600 years old.
Okay, so there was a woman who married a ghost pirate ship, reveals she divorced him by exorcising his spirit after he tried to kill her by sucking her energy, and claims that it left her close to death with sepsis. This is from the Daily Mail. This woman, 46, from Northern Ireland, says she got married to a 300-year-old pirate husband and ship.
Okay, husband and ship. It's a combo.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was back in 2016. She got divorced in 2018.
Only 2-year relationship.
Well, yeah, the relationship got strained after he gave her a case of wraiths.
Baby, I just need a little bit of spirit energy. Like, how broken do you have to be in your mind? Okay. I'm trying to think this through, because like, I'm trying to think of it compared to what was that movie, Her, where the dude dated his voice assistant?
Yeah, her phone.
Yeah, I never actually watched it, but that idea where it's like it's not a physical thing, but there's something that you can actually latch your mind onto. It's this voice talking program, or it's a stuffed teddy bear or whatever. Like you have a physical or a real semi-tangible thing. But this ghost ship, like that is completely 100% in your head.
Like, was the ghost ship like a ship that was haunted, or was it just like a ghost ship, like stories told about it? Don't go out into the bay at night.
If it's like if it's typically, like, theoretically, she says it's about 300-year-old ghost ship or whatever. Like that's probably just legends at this point, right? Like,
or it's on the sea floor and she was free diving and found a boat. And she was like, "Damn, that's a sexy boat."
If only you floated.
Baby, you can float my boat. That is, people are fucked.
And like, I assume that she just like, masturbates to this ghost ship.
Well, we shouldn't say not all relationships are physical, Jayson.
Yeah, what if the boat has a higher sex drive than her? The boat can't watch porn anymore.
Are you looking at other boats? Is that a picture of a harbor on your phone?
No, but I swear.
It's just a landscape.
It was the default one, I swear. Oh, fuck.
If your significant other can't solve a CAPTCHA puzzle, we have problems.
Yeah.
You could probably read a lot of those Daily Mails or blogs and shit, just people's weird relationships.
Yeah, I always they're good for a laugh. Like it just makes you feel better about yourself, right?
Am I normal? Yeah, I'm pretty normal compared to this shit.
I mean, it's kind of like what was that show?
My
My Strange Addiction.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be sexual, but like a lot of things, a lot of people do are really weird. Like the girl would like eat mattresses.
Right.
I think there was a
why
dude
would you do that?
who enjoyed the company of inflatable pool toys.
Shaped like women, or just
No,
No,
it was just inflatable pool toys. So it was like there was like a blow up orca or something like that, just sitting in his dining room table, and like he would have conversations with it, and cuddle with it on the couch.
So back to our original point: is that pornography?
no? Because anyone who sees that situation.
Well, we're talking about intent, right? Like, it gets his rocks off.
No, just no. Man, that situation, that's just like imaginary friends at that point.
Well, it's fantasies, right? Like you as guys, going through our teenage years, like we could masturbate to almost anything.
Sears catalogs.
Yeah. Sometimes if you're really really alone, you would start making up little relationships that you have with these women in the catalog. I'm not saying I did it, but that could have been a.
I'm not saying her name was Kathy, but like I'm saying her name was Kathy.
I'm gonna hard disagree on this one. It was purely visual. It was pictures. There was no backstory. there was no plot.
Relationship. It's not like
there was no 3-arc character building.
Well, how can you even say you had a relationship at that point?
You
didn't even get to know her.
It was
You're
all
a pig.
physical. You're nothing but a hole.
It's like these guys that like fall in love with like anime characters and stuff like that.
I wonder how serious they are about it though, because I get like on the internet, it's all jokes and stuff. I'm sure there's some who are very serious about it.
Yeah,
It's
like they carry like what is it? Like the full body pillows with like the pictures on them. Like
take them to restaurants, have dinner.
Man, that's goddamn to go that far.
That's the thing. I've seen the pictures. That I still think that has to be a joke. Just one elaborate joke. You really hope
that it is a joke, but like honestly, it could be the case that it is true. I mean, there is always a chance, and if it is, boy, do I feel sad inside.
Okay, but so say they have their body pillow that they're having a relationship with, but they don't bring it outside. They keep that shit internal.
They keep that shit in the closet right behind Rheal.
Don't look in my closet. I don't know. I guess they do them.
Yeah, I guess if they're not hurting anybody.
Cause yeah, it's like as long as you're not being weird and cringy and disgusting and creepy out in public, you're just another person.
Well, is it cringy to bring a body pillow to the Olive Garden?
Yes.
Hard yes. Unquestionable yes.
Unquestionably yes.
Is it weird to bring the body pillow anywhere outside your house? Yes.
Yeah.
Unless it's a laundromat.
Unless it's for the memes.
For the memes.
And you take it to Comic-Con.
I'm just wondering, like, how far gone do you have to be for your fantasy to really get into your reality at that point?
Like, are you saying there's got to be something fundamentally wrong in your head?
I don't know. Or you could be like a completely normal person in every other regard. It's just you have this one thing that a wire got crossed or something, or you just believe it so hard.
I think it was on a previous podcast, but I showed you guys those photos of the guy who married his sex doll and had a kid with the sex doll, and then like took like maternity photos and stuff like that.
Oh, that was an early one, wasn't it?
That was a long time ago. But like say something like him, like he's
building a whole life.
He's built this whole relationship in his head with an inanimate object.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, obviously he's not mentally well. But again, I guess if he's doing it in his house, he's not bothering anybody. I don't know, dude. I just feel like, I don't know, is it because your life is so boring or sad, or you just need something to be interesting? Or do you actually believe it and you're
I mean, you'd have to believe it at that point.
right? Yeah, I guess. They're not doing it for a joke.
Yeah, like if you're gonna literally marry a sex doll and have a kid, obviously it is real enough to you.
Huh.
So like, does like every few years he just swaps the kid doll out with something a little bit bigger, and he'll just have like a growing child?
Do they have like elderly sex dolls?
I mean, I'm sure you can get one made. Custom order that shit from Italy.
The doll makers are like, are you sure? That's what you want? I mean, okay. We'll go find you a wrinkly pussy, I guess.
Gross.
Is that a fetish?
I'm sure it is.
Probably.
Can we make it?
I mean, you could probably just look at that, like the categories on Pornhub and be like, okay, yeah, it's probably it's a fetish.
Okay. So we're chirping people pretty hard here. If you went on that categories section on Pornhub, there's some weird shit.
Yeah.
And there's some weird shit that I think normal people do happen to watch. And it's like I don't know. Where's the line? What's
I don't know. There's a lot of memes where you're like what was it? Where you nut and then you realize what filth you've been watching. You come to your senses and you're like, this is disgusting.
It's the post-nut clarity, right?
Oh, and the best is when you close all the windows and it's just your face in the screen.
I'm a disgusting human being.
Yeah, so...
But like, I have a question for like you in that situation with like your coworker. Is it because she just finds pornography disgusting, or is it more of like, in a relationship, I should be the only woman in your life?
It's probably the latter, but I like to... I don't know. I'll make an assumption that it's a bit of the former as well. She might just think pornography is just disgusting and filth, and sometimes people believe that, and that's their right to believe in that kind of stuff. Maybe they think sex and that kind of stuff is supposed to be an intimate event between two people.
A man and a woman.
You said that.
Man and his sex doll.
A man and his boat.
Man and his ghost ship.
A woman and his ghost ship.
I'll get your two opinions on it. What's your line if you were in a relationship?
I don't for pornography or
yeah, what would you allow? What would you say like goes too far?
I mean, like, I'm open to whatever. If you want to flick the bean to a celebrity or something like that, that's you, right? I will go and jerk off to Betty White or something. I don't know. But like, I think masturbation is just a normal thing, right? Sometimes you just need to do your business, and you do your business. Just hopefully it's not, at work or in public. You keep that shit to your privacy, in your own bedroom. That kind of stuff. So I'm fine with the idea of porn, of using porn, all that stuff.
Same way. Like, if you want to, have a little personal time, go ahead. I would prefer to be involved, but if I'm not, like, that is what it is.
Mm-hmm. And I kind of see it as the idea of a lot of times either in porn or if it's famous actors or something, like these are extremely beautiful people or people with very specific body types or something. Like it's kind of the peak humanity almost.
Yeah, he's got like, Johnny Sins got a 9-inch schlong.
And it's like, well, we can't all live up to that, so
we all get our boats.
get your boat. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. Okay, so we had talked literature, video. What about audio?
Like,
what
just
if
hearing porn? Like, just
Yeah.
Like, so you just turn minimize the video, but you still have the audio.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of moaning and grunting and heavy breathing. Like,
I would still qualify that as porn.
Yeah.
I really would.
I would say, yeah. Again, it's I would say intent. Because like if you're just like, your roommate's getting it on in the other room or whatever, and it's just bleeding through the fucking paper thin walls, then I wouldn't call that porn. But like if you have a video up and you just minimized it for some reason, like you're doing laundry or something, and just have it on in the background, yeah, that's still porn.
Well, like, cause there's a guy at my work who he fell for that all the time, where like it's like a meme or it's like a snowboarder, and like you expect he's just gonna fucking wipe out hard, and it says like turn your audio up so you can hear this, and then it just plays like sex sounds, and he's like got me again, but like every head within earshot turns towards you like you're some kind of like degenerate, and you're like, I wanted to see him fall. Not this. It's not porn, I swear. If you have to explain that,
I wanted to see him get fucked in a different way.
But if you have to explain that it's not pornography, but it sounds like pornography.
Okay, counter to that point. Day 9 on YouTube. That motherfucker makes so many noises. I'm sitting there watching in my room, and I'm like, my parents probably think I'm listening to porn because Day 9 just opened a pack with a nice magic card in it, and he's gasming over it. Fucker.
You fucker.
Seriously, it's like this. It's not what I'm here for. But yeah. Do you think you could get your rocks off to an audio?
Probably. I mean,
that's if I had to,
it's fantasizing, right? You can just have the audio on and then just imagine a whole different scenario in your head.
A whole new world.
How do you guys feel about like nudity and like TV shows and stuff like that?
Like if you're watching Game of Thrones, like I don't pause it every time I see a tit.
Actually, that's a perfect question, Jayson, because that's where I'm talking about separating sexualized versus non-sexualized. So when you're watching Game of Thrones and a nude chick walks on, it's like you notice it, but it's like you're not popping a boner. You're like,
nice.
You're not like, oh my god, I'm in the zone now. It's just like, oh, cool.
Yeah, it's like cool, and then your dad decides to pause it, zoom in on certain parts and go, "You into this?"
Wasn't even a naked scene.
But like even then, like there are some people who can't. Like there was that guy who tried to sue a bunch of Twitch streamers because he could not stop.
That was one of our earlier podcasts too.
Fuck you. What was he? He ejaculated onto his computer, which shorted out and started a fire.
Small electrical fire.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But like he couldn't, like, even though like streamers like Pokemon or whatever, they're not nude. They're just very pretty. But that was enough for him.
No. If it's a one-off person, even if it's a dozen off persons, it's no, fuck you. You're just weird.
Exactly. So they're just weird.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he had a masturbation problem.
Absolutely.
Everybody agrees about that. Yeah.
But so yeah, like HBO, and I think like some channels in Europe or something, it's not. They are allowed to show nudity on TV.
Oh fuck! Even I think we talked about it before, but Naked News was a Canadian thing.
What?
I'm sorry. What?
Naked News.
Not in Canada.
I think it was filmed in Toronto.
I didn't think our what's our TV people? Shit, I don't know what our government agency is, but there's no way we would allow nudity on public TV. Not in Canada.
I know Canada has very lax pornography laws compared to like a lot of other countries.
Does it?
Yeah.
In what regards?
Like most large pornography sites, their servers are in Canada.
Okay.
Brazilian hardcore.
So
yeah. Wait, in Canada?
Yeah.
Not the States.
Yeah, I think Pornhub's server is in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that why we're getting such good ping?
That's why my videos buffer so fast.
Okay, so here is the Wikipedia entry for Naked News. Naked News is a Canadian news and entertainment program owned by Naked Broadcasting Network. It features nude female news presenters reading news bulletins derived from newswires. The show's production studio is located in Toronto. There are 6 daily news programs a week, and they approximately last about 22 minutes long.
Is it still going on, or is it like?
Yeah, it says Wikipedia lists its original release date as December of 1999 to present.
What?
And
Really?
It's not. Is it a public channel, or does it wonder if this is like a?
I think it's on the internet. But let's see. In 2013, the Naked News program was the subject of an 8-part documentary. Nope, that's not it.
Okay, my question on that is: I feel like you're crossing 2 separate interests, where it's like I need to get my news, and I need to watch porn, and you're getting the worst of both worlds. Like, you're obviously not focused very hard on the news because you're watching. Like, what's the purpose?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there really that much of a market for that? Like, from a purely business standpoint, like, if you want porn, you're gonna go to something that, like, a porn site that offers it for free.
Yeah.
Normally Pornhub or whatever.
X-Hamster.
Even if it's like, because like there was an argument made that I saw on Reddit, and it's like, yeah, okay, like porn stars are great and all, but it's like the amateur porn part of it that is like more exciting, because it's just like doesn't have that like production value. It's just real.
Mm-hmm.
That I think that kind of fills more into the naked news niche, I guess. Because you're not getting, Riley Reid or whatever on Naked News.
No. I would assume it's the only way they could get teenage boys to pay attention to the news.
But are they? They're not paying attention to the news.
So what did you learn?
Literally nothing.
So like, say something like that. Is that porn?
I want to say yes.
I would say yes.
Because we said nudity.
Okay. Whereas,
so I can't even get the news in this relationship. What the hell?
Star Phoenix is banned. Banned, I say. The only thing I would say to that was I saw a Reddit post where someone was like, people who pose for the art classes, where it's like nude art drawing.
Models, yeah.
And they're like, is it weird or anything? And the one person answered, and Reddit fake, whoever, whatever, anonymous. But she's like, I'm a girl, but it's like, that dude's not staring at my tits. He's trying to figure out to get his shading right. Like, in that sense, it's not a sexualized naked person. It's just, I'm trying to get my art good.
He probably stared at the tits a little bit.
I mean, at the start, yeah, probably.
But I mean, like, if you're there for the sole purpose of like making art, that's where it's less pornographic, especially because like you're not going to go on the internet and look up like a 45-minute of a guy drawing a nude model.
Mm-hmm.
Like there just isn't a market for that.
Just because, especially nowadays, there's so much easier content. So if you need to do something, like, you can look on any webpage and find it within seconds. So why would you go to an art class?
Yeah, and you probably have to pay to be there too.
Yeah. So that's another thing. Like, if you're paying like real money to be there to do art, you're not really thinking about, rubbing one out.
Yeah, it's maybe, like you said, right at the start, you're like, oh, naked girl. And then within probably a couple minutes, you're like, okay, time to art.
Yeah, you're like, those are great. All right, I'm done. Let's do this.
All right, drawing. And I think that goes back to my point of separating the sexualization versus just kind of everyday whatever.
Yeah.
Except for ghost ships. There is no separating that.
Also, separating the everyday, it's still awkward to watch those movies with your parents.
Yeah, I mean, your dad pauses.
No. What was it? Wolf on Wall Street. Oh boy, that was a bad one.
Yeah, but Margot Robbie.
Yeah, she was hot. I would have rubbed one out if my parents weren't there.
I thought we weren't. I thought you'd be able to separate that, Ray.
No.
It's like back in the old VHS days, you know. You just
You pause it, it gets all grainy, and you're like, shit.
You pause it, and eventually you just start wearing out that certain section of film because that's where you paused it.
Rewind it.
Tape's broken again.
Oh,
I know that's a tough one.
Yeah. Well, I thought who better to ask than the degenerates that I call my friends? Then, you know, instead of spending the brief 10 minutes talking about it and then having HR you know, overhear everything, and then me spending the next week trying to explain to them that I just have weird questions to ask.
It was genuine curiosity. There was no malicious intent at all, I swear.
The ship gave consent. You don't understand.
She said I do, the ship said I do, and they were married.
Did she get half the ship?
Well, no, I mean, I assume the ship owns nothing because it's all sunk at the bottom of the ocean.
All she got was crabs.
Did she have to, like, did the ship get half of her stuff?
Just throw it into the water.
Prenuptial agreement.
Fuck. Questions. Many questions, no answers.
All right. We're close to an hour there, so we're gonna call.
Wow, we made it to an hour.
Wow, yeah.
That was good.
Jesus.
It's a fun topic. It's good to get your opinions on this kind of stuff because I know you're fucking degenerates like me. So.
And we kept it PC here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, if Matty
no
was here,
nudity, just
that'd
go
be a
ships.
whole other thing. Yeah, just go ships. Yeah.
Go ships and the Lord.
I loved it. It was right off the bat. You know, yeah. What if you're really into Jesus?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Well, like the reason I thought of that was because there was that tweet, and it was this girl was like, "If I saw Jesus up on that cross, I would have sucked his dick." And then the top comment was, "I don't want you anywhere near Jesus."
I was gonna say you should go to church, but no.
But yeah. And that's what I was like, okay, we got to go there.
Okay.
Wait.
Thanks for joining us. Hopefully, I don't know. This was pretty tame. We're gonna keep this base level of content created for you guys. So join us next week as we find more, I don't know, weird topics to talk about. Yeah. See you later.
Yay.
Guys. Bye.